Home. Home is like the warmth of a blanket when I am wrapped up in your arms. Home. Home is like an unsolicited stare that comforts me and covers me. Your eyes are the light and the light of my fate. From every stitch of hope and with every weave of blood, the fabric of love is the blood that binds. As we intertwine, the threads unite, all links of life, the bridge that leads to home. Home. Home is the place that I long for as the wages of war come forefront. A battle erupts from the within, a disconnect from the intense pain, walking the path of almost insane. I stake my claim to the promise of the endeavor and make an effort. Victory is just in sight. It is my honor. It is my duty. It is my life. For God, for family, for country. Stitched with the threads that binds, weaved with the delicate lace of faith. Unconditional, I will embrace. Unconditional love, stitched with faith and weaved with grace, like staring into your eyes, warmed by the embrace, comforting like a blanket. How can I forget? Is the strength that covers me during this storm. Through blasting horns and blazing sirens, I hear the bombs bursting in air. Honor pursues me like never before. I dance to the music like a portrait on a canvas. I can't imagine. Artistically, helplessly, I fall into your arms, wounded, changed, delivered in fragmented parts, fighting and defending, patiently awaiting, remembering the traces of my heart, of my love. This is my blog station in the real to the point, the Sojourner, and this is the article that I wrote about my dad on his death. I spent years of trying to cultivate. Oh gosh, you hear my crazy kids? Okay, now you hear them. I spent years trying to cultivate the perfect relationships, never realizing that relationships are not meant to be refined or defined. They exist in a realm of unselfishness, like its counterparts, unconditional love and forgiveness. Now I can visually see the moment when our lives met at the bridge of my today and their yesterdays. I'm speaking of my mom and my dad's past, a life that I never knew. Often we take the small things for granted. We are always in search of a bigger and broader picture, never realizing that the small one is fine, that the two liner defines it all. It's epic, it's timeless. Events are marked by its simplicity. I know I'm trying to do a live video and I got a lot of background, but being in a house with children, you tend to have loud moments. So continue to join me and then giggle if you can, because I'm sure you're going to hear something in a minute. The reality that I lived was short of the truth. A fantasy world created by my father and sculpted by my mom. Then the unthinkable happened, and family secrets had dragged me dragged us into helplessness. But there is hope. The platform is great and vast as we discover who we are, where we come from, and a lifetime of unanswered questions has a chance to be explained and part of fruition. Join us as we discover our lives, our personal anecdotes, as we walk back in time to discover our dads and our dads past in Ocala. From South Carolina, from Ocala to Saudi Arabia, from France to Hattiesburg by way of South Carolina, we'll discover Charles Bernard Washington Sr., a Purple Heart recipient, a Silver and a Bronze Star recipient, a Vietnam veteran. We celebrate life after death as our family grow with enormous strength from the things we have yet to learn. Pursuit of happiness, picture poetry, grandchildren and great grandchildren, and protect them by whatever is necessary. Time pursues us with passion, and we live to fight another day. We uphold the highest standards in the pursuit of happiness. We are connected, each one to everyone. As I grow, I discover that all relationships are meant for the good and the bad. They're made for your favor. The unconditional within you always love to forgive you anything. Deuteronomy 33:25. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength. Your load will be heavy, and you will possess the strength and the will to carry it with flair and brilliance. Washington Strong, Sandy Beach. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag My Life Matters. Stop the secrets. The Sojourner in the real to the point. So I have contacted a couple of reporters from the Ocala Star Banner about past incidences that they wrote articles on about my father in 1970 something, 79 I want to say. I also am going through public records, finding small details about my dad as a child, running away, being on his own, his bout with the law, and his life in the service. In fact, I find that I lived a world of naivety. What I have learned is that had it not been for the small breadcrumbs that I received growing up, then I'd have no inkling of an idea of who my father was. And now I've come to the conclusion that some of the things that I thought were not his truths are actually his truth. I was unaware of the life he led after Vietnam. As a adolescent, meeting my father, uh, pregnant with my second son, some of the pictures I seen led me to question the things that I had heard. I saw some redacted conversations between my dad and also Mr. Lindsey Graham. And I'm putting it out there because I want to know who my father is. I want to know who my father was. I would like to know who my family is. I know that my grandmother at some point was a substitute teacher. Her name was Maddie Louise Fulton. She was married to Mr. Simon Washington. And my dad was the only child between those two. She later married Mr. Fulton, who she had maybe 3 or 4 more kids by. Larry Fulton is my uncle. Linda Fulton. Then there was a Fanny, a William, and their grandmother, my dad's grandmother name was Isabella, and her last name was Daly. So I'm in search of all these names, all these people. I'm going through the vital statistics. I'm going to start going through the census reports. I am in search of my truth. Like my mom, I never knew much about my dad, and my mom didn't know much about her family as well. I recently discovered a lot of things concerning my full family tree. So if you join us, continue to follow us on Nana's Clubhouse. I'm on Pinterest. I'm also on Facebook and YouTube. Catch me under Nana's Clubhouse. Just a moment for a small break. I am the silver lining of Maya's rainbow. I am the dream that is yet to unfold. I am the silver lining of faith, and I stand at hope's door. I am the great gateway to the impossible. I am the light that shines from my eyes. My glare will light the skies. I am the silver lining of Maya's rainbow. I am inspired to be more. When you guide, give. When you learn, teach. She is the wind beneath my wings, and I am her silver lining. I am the next miracle yet to be known. I am the silver lining because of a rainbow. I am the next lesson to be learned, a student in transition, a creation of her wisdom. I am the ray from a wise light, the light that shines from a wise eyes. Determined and unyielding, the clouds are my stepping stone as I reach for the impossible. The heaven is my playground as I ride the roller coaster of life. The ocean is my swimming pool as I surf the ripples into my destiny. I am the light from a wise dream, headstrong and unwavering. Intuition is my force field of glory, and like water it flows through all of me. My faith is the enchantment of a timeless love affair, a forest born by a wise ray of light, the light that shines from Maya's eyes as I light the skies with Rosa eyes. I am the twinkle in Rosa's eye. I am the continuation of her life and a glimmer of her fight. A living legend that has many endings with each part yet to unfold. I am the song of my mother's soul, starting with Annie, the submissive bride, and slavery, her bitter groomsman. With the emancipation of Roxy, as all men are free on the road to finding her dreams. As Rosa Light revealed a new heavenly zeal, a sacred and holy flower, the rose of Sharon. She is the twinkle in Rosa's eye, a star that will shine bright, a sonnet of immense proportion that started with Maya's rainbow and a wise silver lining that puts a twinkle in Rosa's eye. This is a story of my from my heart and a story of my life. At the age of 50 plus, I am the matriarch of our family. I used to struggle with the fact that I may never get to see my grandkids again because of our genetic makeup. Um, no longer afraid of that. I'm afraid of not living. So I take every day, I have my eyes open and I use it to benefit me for the good and to do things charitable. Um, just so that my family knows that after I'm gone, there was always good that lies in our family. There's a connection to God that some of us shied away from. I was drawn to writing this autobiography about my dad. My sister Tamira, she made the suggestion and thought it would be a good idea to do a biography of him, a biography of the late Lieutenant Colonel Charles B. Washington, Senior, USMC. The thought process that has transpired has made I've made some progress, and with the Black Lives Matter campaign so prevalent and constant in our minds, in our face, then I thought this would be a good idea to bring to light about family secrets. Our ancestors, our family, it was always made. We were always told to keep our mouths shut. Um, our business is our business. Some business the children need to know. I'm a firm believer of that because here I am, 50 something, and I have no idea of the man that made me. I have no idea who my grandfather was on either side. Um, I just want to make sure that my grandkids know where they came from, their roots. I want to make sure that my family knows that they are loved, that they are cared for, and that their future is at this point my responsibility so that they can have stories to tell their kids, so that the Washington name continues on, that it's always about love, it's always about family. I, having family does not make you subject to batter or abuse in any form. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we all deserve a right to know our heritage. And by keeping secrets only stops the children beneath you from knowing who they are. So stand by and I'll share another poem with you and continue to follow me on Nana's Clubhouse. So I'm going to step back and I'm going to do a older poem, spoken word artistry or charm. Stand by. I'll let you know in a minute. I rise. I rise to the occasion. I arrive with the intentions of doing my best. No one interferes with my quest. I rise to a level of understanding, a level that no man can comprehend. See, my faith allows me to believe that I could do anything. I will mount up on an eagle and I will soar with angel wings. I rise. I rise to a level that exceeds normal capacity. See, my faith will live throughout eternity. I am favored. I will not labor. I will rise. I will rise from God's magnificent grace, walking through his pearly gates. God is in control. His love is always unconditional. I rise to a happiness that man cannot understand. See, peace is mine through God's merciful plan. I am favored. I will not labor. I will walk adorned by God's glory. I will rise in the morning after he kisses me gently. The warmth of his eyes is my serenity. See, even through Pandora's box of iniquities, Jesus saw the best in me. He fills my cup with love. My heart overflows. I find hope when others believe not because of me, but for my faith in God. Another chapter to this story, a melody from the Song of a Nobody, praying from strength and extravagant labyrinth for the nobody to roam, a chance to rewrite history, a gift of the past for all to see, a wise life, a new fight, a strength embrace, patience steadfast. We are in the era of change, a dream of a king, hope for tomorrow, broader doors, such desire Obama holds close, with a melting pot of dreams and a fountain of hope with meaning. As the economy erupts in turmoil, there's an increase in the price of oil. When homes are lost and faith bears cost, old is now new, disease with no cure, pestilence, an unprecedented year. With the fall of the Twin Towers and the strike from Katrina, and yet hope marches on. As we wait on tomorrow and terror rages war, even the unjust reign. From Al Qaeda to acid rain, Armageddon's coming is knocking loudly for change. We can't rewrite this song by simply turning to a new page. There was already forewarning. Didn't you see it coming? We stand side by side. We connect arm to arm. We stand as one in unison, protecting Earth from the greenhouse curses as masses we moved in down Pennsylvania Avenue with dreams to pursue, making our stand unchanged, an extravagant labyrinth, unyielding hope we've now gained. Now a place for the nobody to roam as strength takes hold, patience steadfast. In the era of change we march on, and Obama's belief and the final completion for the king, the one that simply stated, I have a dream. I can rap about society, a spoken word artistry, but I take the gentle approach. I think outside of reality. My range of scope is not a fantasy, but a crafted intellectual masterpiece. See, faith and hope guides me, and my heart is a beacon that warns me that love is the ultimate key, saving souls from blasphemy. I can rap about racial discrepancies, the hidden, unapproachable inequalities. I can talk about Iraq and the infamous Iran, about Syria and other Arabic lands. Let us rhyme about the pandemic of AIDS, how some feel threatened and others are afraid. How this evil stretch across the motherland of Africa and the Sudan, a condition that is ongoing. I could speak of Russia and Georgia warring plans, about China and its communism, and the harshness of the child labor rings as the problem of Afghanistan grows more common. I can speak of Osama bin Laden and the burning down of the Twin Towers, how 911 devastated and the tears encouraged. When there is for once no black or white issues, but a nation finally united. With courage we give honor, even wearing the destructive armor. I can speak of the presidential candidate Obama and concerning teenage pregnancies around the corner. Let us talk about the 50% high school dropout rate, how the most powerful nation now breeds illiterates, the newspapers say. See, fathers often leave home with no words. Mothers work late to lessen the hurt. Trying hardest, we overcompensate, how the children's dreams we forsake. The devastating earthquake and the great tsunami tidal wave took precedence all over the genocide of Ghana and the war of Rwanda and their blood diamonds, the guerrilla warfare and the gun runners, poachers killing ivory by the hundreds, innocents being slaughtered in numbers. Lord, how I miss my mama. But in the being and about respect outside of reality before the realm of fantasy, faith, hope, and love is the ultimate key. And truth is the light that guides me. See, we will come into our destiny, our revelation with reservations. The threshold of Damascus unfold Armageddon's disaster. Revenge or World War III, our life's reality. But it's our sons and daughters' history. Thank you for joining me at Nana's Clubhouse, the life and the day. Um, the man I never knew, Sandy Beach. Thank you for following me. LaVette Hardaway, the Sojourner on Blogger. Have a good night and continue to follow me as I get information from the reporters and through more research. Again, stop keeping secrets. Don't keep secrets. You're not helping. It only hurts. See you soon.